Crash course on China's environmental challenges, examining the country's efforts to combat pollution and climate change. China, one of the world's most populous and rapidly developing countries, is facing significant environmental challenges. The country's industrialization and urbanization have led to severe air, water, and soil pollution, as well as significant greenhouse gas emissions that contribute to climate change. In this crash course, we'll examine China's efforts to combat these environmental challenges. Air pollution. Air pollution is one of China's most significant environmental challenges. The country's rapid economic growth has led to a surge in industrial activity, including the burning of coal, which is a primary contributor to air pollution. The result is some of the world's worst air quality, with levels of particulate matter, PM, that pose significant health risks to the population. In response, the Chinese government has launched a massive campaign to combat air pollution, including the closure of coal-fired power plants, the implementation of emissions controls on factories and vehicles, and the promotion of clean energy sources like wind and solar power. These efforts have had some success, with PM levels in major cities declining in recent years. Interesting story. In 2013, a photo of a boy wearing a mask to protect himself from air pollution went viral, drawing global attention to China's air quality crisis. The image became a symbol of the country's struggle with pollution and helped spur action to address the problem. Water pollution. China's rapid industrialization and urbanization have also led to significant water pollution, with many of the country's rivers and lakes contaminated with industrial waste and agricultural runoff. This pollution has had a severe impact on both public health and the environment, with many areas experiencing water shortages and damage to aquatic ecosystems. In response, the Chinese government has launched a series of initiatives to combat water pollution, including the construction of wastewater treatment plants and the implementation of stricter regulations on industrial and agricultural practices. However, these efforts have been complicated by corruption, limited enforcement, and the sheer scale of the problem. Interesting story. In 2014, around 16,000 dead pigs were found floating in the Huangpu River, which provides drinking water to millions of people in Shanghai. The incident sparked outrage and renewed calls for action on water pollution in China. Soil pollution. China's rapid industrialization has also led to significant soil pollution, with many areas contaminated with heavy metals and other toxic substances. This pollution poses significant risks to both public health and agricultural productivity, with contaminated soils leading to decreased crop yields and food safety concerns. The Chinese government has launched a series of initiatives to combat soil pollution, including the establishment of a soil pollution monitoring network and the development of remediation technologies. However, these efforts have been complicated by a lack of data on the extent of soil pollution and the significant costs of remediation. Interesting story. In 2013, a report by the Chinese Ministry of Environmental Protection found that nearly one-fifth of the country's farmland was contaminated with heavy metals, sparking widespread concern about food safety. Climate change. China is the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases, accounting for around 28% of global emissions. The country's rapid economic growth has been fueled by fossil fuels, particularly coal, which is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. In response, the Chinese government has launched a series of initiatives to combat climate change, including the promotion of renewable energy sources, the implementation of emissions trading systems, and the development of a national carbon market. However, these efforts have been complicated by the need to balance economic growth with environmental protection. Here is top 10 recent environmental disasters in China. 1. Tianjin Port Explosion, 2015, one of the deadliest industrial accidents in China's history. This disaster resulted in the deaths of 173 people, injuries to over 800 others, and significant environmental damage. The explosion was caused by the improper storage of hazardous chemicals, including sodium cyanide and ammonium nitrate. 2. Sinopec Oil Pipeline Explosion, 2013. This pipeline explosion in Qingdao resulted in the deaths of 62 people and significant environmental damage. The explosion was caused by a leak in the pipeline, which led to the release of over 3,000 tons of crude oil into the surrounding area. 3. Baoding Chemical Plant Explosion, 2018. This explosion at a chemical plant in Hebei province resulted in the deaths of 23 people and significant environmental damage. The explosion was caused by the improper storage of hazardous chemicals, including benzene and toluene. 4. Songhua River Pollution, 2005. This disaster was caused by the release of benzene and other toxic chemicals into the Songhua River, which provides drinking water to millions of people. The pollution resulted in the shutdown of water supplies to several cities and caused significant harm to aquatic ecosystems. 5. Chongqing Landslide, 2020. This landslide in Chongqing Province resulted in the deaths of 10 people and significant environmental damage. The landslide was caused by heavy rain and exacerbated by deforestation in the area. 6. Dalian Oil Spill, 2010. This oil spill in Dalian resulted in the release of over 1,500 tons of crude oil into the Bohai Sea, causing significant harm to marine ecosystems and local fishing industries. 7. Yangtze River Chemical Spill, 2016. This chemical spill in the Yangtze River resulted in the release of over 100 tons of hazardous chemicals, causing significant harm to aquatic ecosystems and threatening drinking water supplies. 8. Lanzhou Water Contamination, 2014. This disaster was caused by the release of toxic chemicals into the Lanzhou water supply, resulting in the contamination of drinking water for millions of people. 9. Shaanxi Coal Mine Flood, 2021. This coal mine flood in Shaanxi Province resulted in the deaths of 15 people and significant environmental damage. The flood was caused by heavy rain and inadequate safety measures at the mine. 10. Shandong Chemical Plant Explosion, 2019. This explosion at a chemical plant in Shandong Province resulted in the deaths of 10 people and significant environmental damage. The explosion was caused by the improper storage of hazardous chemicals, including methanol and toluene. These disasters highlight the significant environmental challenges faced by China, including inadequate safety regulations, poor industrial practices, and the impact of natural disasters exacerbated by human activities. The Chinese government has taken steps to address these challenges, but much work remains to be done to prevent future disasters and protect the environment and public health. Conclusion. China's environmental challenges are significant, but the country has also made significant efforts to address these challenges. While progress has been made in areas like air pollution, water pollution. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html $aid = 7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for support our AnHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.